You're listening to the best of the Morning X, dropping back into the interview from a few moments ago. This is the original 99X.
We're talking to Courtney Love. We had heard that, Marilyn Manson said bad things about your band on stage, and I would have been upset too if I were you.
I didn't really say bad things about him back.
No, I know, but that he was saying that, and that maybe that's why that tour happened to end.
No, that wasn't why it ended. Do you want to know why it ended?
Sure.
This is so fun, weird. I was in, the first night. I knew it was wrong to begin with. I felt like the tour, the pairing of us, confirmed all this crap people think about my band and about me that never was true to begin with, and sort of pairing up with all their negativity was just, no real personal offense to them, but pairing up with all their negativity, it was just like dragging us down by the first night. And by the time we got to San Francisco, I went on my day off. I went on a walk through the woods, and I had a just real breakdown. And I called my friend Drew, and this is just the most negative. Find me a romantic comedy, because I'm in a rock show where they have fascist imagery and a drug sign, and people are vomiting on stage, and we're not that negative. We never have been, and there was just a negative vibe, and I thought something terrible was going to happen. I thought someone was going to die. I thought stalkers. It was really. I've never had that energy around me, not in that kind of way. And I was scared.
He was a real jack-off. We had him on our show, and I don't know if he's a friend of yours or whatever, but
he's not, I socialize with him. I don't hate him. I'm not mad at him. I just don't want the negativity. I don't want the hate. I don't want the hate in my life. I don't need hate.
He had enough of that. Do you think the media portrays you then to be, because I'll be honest with you, before meeting you right now on the phone, I was kind of like, man, what is her deal? You're so easy to hate, but do you think it's because of media?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know what to say. I don't really, I've gone past needing to be understood. I just want you to like my band.
Well, the album is brilliant.
Thank you.
Courtney, I had read an interview with you where you had said, I'm the subject of a lot of songs. People have written a lot of songs with me in mind. How does that make you feel?
It's funny. I've written a lot of songs with other people in mind. I have Gavin in Awful. Gavin's in Awful.
Gavin's in Awful?
Yeah, he's featured in Awful. One time, right around the time you saw me, he said, "Courtney, let's run away. Let's run away tonight." Mm-hmm. So I put that in the bridge. And then there was another one in there that's like, he's drunk, he tastes like candy.
So Gavin's a player, huh?
Gavin's a bit of a player, yeah, I guess he's kind of a player. He's English. He's English and cute.
He's a cool guy.
He's really nice, and God, he's nice. And when a lot of people were being really mean to me about 4 years ago, he was so nice to me, and he liked me.
Well, that whole thing explains the whole incident at the table. Now it all rings true.
And then I dumped him.
Ooh. And then he went back to Gwen.
No, he went. That was when he first went to Gwen.
Oh, that was the first time.
Mm-hmm. Hold on one second. Oh, I have to quit smoking. Go on, what?
Yeah, I'm sure one of these days that'll happen.
I'm going to the hypnotist tomorrow, actually.
Are you really? Have you ever been hypnotized?
Nope.
He's going to have you act like a chicken.
Something, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
He's going to tell you to act like a chicken. Do you still take a lot of crap from like Kurt's old fans who have an axe to grind with you? And if so, are you pretty good at just kind of blowing that off at this point?
I don't think the people that do that crazy Kurt crap are like his fans. I don't think they understood him to begin with. There's not that many of them. Mm-hmm. So they're just kind of internet freaks, and you just ignore them.
It really is funny how the internet has bred an entire new
generation of freaks.
It really has.
Yeah.
It really has.
I know.
I think you'll get a kick. Let me see if you can hear this. This is a commercial that ran last week on our station. See if you can hear this. Hang on a second.
The Morning X.
Hey, you know what? We're going to give you Music Midtown tickets.
Oh, yeah?
Because you know how to rock!
Oh, yeah.
Only if you can play a riff from one of the bands at Music Midtown. I'll give you a 3-day pass.
What is
Great
it?
idea.
All right, Hole is playing.
Hole is playing?
Let me over! That's all I wanna be! Cause I'm a You like that?
Yeah, that was hysterical.
Some like Beavis called us up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Ripping his
That's so
guitar.
hot.
Yeah.
Oh, God, and it's guys. I'm so into Atlanta right now.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you? You stayed here a lot, didn't you? Working on
I
was it your,
wanted to move there for 5 seconds. I thought after Seattle it was my favorite town. I really like Atlanta.
It is a beautiful place. What did you
Great
do?
shopping.
The first album was here, right?
Yeah, no, Live Through This was there. The
Live
first
Through This
album
was
was
here.
in L.A. But no, yeah, I liked Atlanta. It's very world class,
Well, people are so excited that
and
you're.
everything's named after peaches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
that
like a
gets old,
million.
though.
There's 50 Peachtree streets, but the
And
last.
you know Scarlett O'Hara's from there.
Oh, yeah, we know.
I know you know that.
Really?
I mean, but I am a Pepsi person, so you know.
Oh,
Look out
open
now.
up the can.
But I did just do a documentary, really adult documentary voiceover for Clara Bow for the Turner Network. So that's my Atlanta connection of the day.
At some point, everybody in show business will work for the Turner Network.
I was
mean,
really into it. It was like a grown-up. It was the most grown-up job I've ever done.
Have you ever met Ted and Jane?
I met Jane.
What was your impression of her?
Well, I was with Kurt's mom, and we were at a big Hollywood party, and Kurt's mom was very excited to meet Jane. She had really nice abs and nice biceps.
I noticed that. Yeah, nice
Yeah.
abs.
Yeah.
You haven't played since Lollapalooza here, which has been
Oh, really?
several
Oh,
years.
no wonder you guys are scared of me.
No,
I was such a mess.
well, the show. I thought the show was great. Did you like that whole festival atmosphere of Lollapalooza?
It was a mess. Yeah, I like a mess.
Well, you're
sometimes.
going to dig the wrap up because you're our wrap up on Sunday night at Music Midtown, and you're going to
I'm
be blown
excited about
away.
that. Now,
150,000
am I
people.
playing with like Hootie or something? Who are the other
Yeah,
bands?
yeah. You're gonna play
No.
"Hold My Hand" with
I
Hootie
don't
and
know.
the
I just
Blowfish.
looked at. I couldn't.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of bands. Who's playing?
Marvelous 3, Goo Goo Dolls.
Kid Rock is playing
Oh,
Everclear.
that's interesting. He looks like Axl and he sounds like a black guy. It's so cute.
Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a picture. He looked like Axl.
Yeah, he's
Go
kind of
on,
wacky.
go on. Okay, Kid Rock.
Everclear.
That's Portland.
Iggy Pop.
Really?
Yeah,
Iggy Pop's playing?
Iggy
I'm
Pop's
playing
playing.
after Iggy Pop. That's so rude. He's
You are
my
the
elder.
rap.
Well, no, he's playing. I think on Saturday, and you're playing Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can't play. You can't let your elders play before you. It's really rude.
No.
Go on.
Next.
Next,
Who else?
some younger bands, Kent and Bear Jr.
Are these
and
local?
no, they're like newly signed bands.
I'm so out of it.
No, well, they're pretty brand new.
Have you
I
seen
see.
Marvelous 3? Have you heard of them yet?
Yeah, I kind of been hearing around about it, but I don't quite know what it is, so I can't flag it or praise it,
Well,
unfortunately.
if you get to see it live, I think you'll praise it.
Oh, cool.
One of the best live bands on the road right now. They're awesome. Of course, after Hole.
Right.
Hey, Courtney, I was just curious. What was the first concert you ever went to and the first CD you ever bought?
First rock show at Wells, Woodstock.
You
I
were
was a
at,
baby. They
You were-
brought me.
Woodstock, the real one? Or just
Yeah,
2
the
years
real
ago?
one. The real one. I had hippie parents. They brought me.
Wow.
I don't remember that. But the one I remember, like a first sort of formative rock show, you mean?
Yeah.
Cheap Trick.
Yeah.
I'm old.
they closed Music Midtown. I think it was 2 years ago.
Yep.
As a matter of fact.
And then Heart, and then Iggy Pop.
And the first CD you bought?
CD?
Yeah,
You
we're-
mean album? Can
First-
anybody? Does anybody remember vinyl?
Yes, first record.
Does anybody remember vinyl?
Barely.
Joan Jett.
Sure.
Bad Reputation. Formed my life, hasn't it?
My
Yeah.
my favorite song on Celebrity Skin is "Boys on the Radio."
I love that song.
God, I love that song. Were you, as a kid, did you sit around in your room and listen to the radio?
Yeah, that's the whole sort of point of this record. You know, a lot of things, there's a lot of like people really that wanted this particular record to be like a Polly Harvey record or like the last record or really Patti Smith-like. And I didn't want to do that because I know that our band has a lot of chops and that we can write. We come from crap. We come from the gutter. We come from grunge. We come from, punk. And I wanted to be the band that sort of wrote great, marvelous radio pop tunes and proved that we could do that from where we come from, particularly gender stuff, too.
The radio doesn't need any more angst. I mean, we just don't.
Well, I think we're going to need it pretty soon. I think that the takeover of Britney Spears and NSYNC on modern rock, but in top 40 is really kind of gross, and it's got to tap itself out. I think angst would be
Yes.
really good for a generation of teenagers, honestly.
Yeah.
I think they need a little angst because I don't think they know.
And you're one of the few female vocalists
Yeah, come
that
back in 2 minutes.
that a guy does not feel self-conscious about singing your songs. It's
Really?
Well, it's like
Is that true?
I think so.
Good, I'm glad you told me that. I'm going to take that into my next meeting.
I mean, it's like you don't see guys singing Alanis Morissette songs.
Well, no.
You know what I'm saying? You don't see a guy going down the highway singing a Jewel song.
Well, no.
But you do see guys singing, Celebrity Skin or
I don't know,
or Malibu
I
or
can
any of
kick
that.
into I remember sometimes I put the top down, and just start blowing
Yeah, I
it
heard
up.
that, baby.
Hey, Courtney, we know you have to bust out of here. We need to do the fish quiz real quick. It's
What's that?
It's 15 seconds. Everyone from Dustin Hoffman to Warren Beatty to Gavin, they've all done it.
And Drew.
Yeah, Drew did it. You have 15 seconds to name as many fish as you can. That means anything underwater living.
That's right. Now,
It's just called the fish quiz, but anything
Okay,
underwater.
all right, when do we start?
Drew did okay on it.
Yes, she did.
You ready to go?
Yes.
All right, go.
Angelfish, shark, plankton, algae, sea anemone, starfish, jellyfish, hammerhead, pufferfish, goldfish, trout, salmon, caviar.
Wow. That was 12 or 13.
13, I believe.
We'll have to get a ruling on algae if that's a fish.
But you
It's-
said anything
but it
living
does
underwater.
Live.
Anything living.
It's living, so that was
It's
13.
living. We come from it.
Yeah, 13. You
man.
realize you were 2 off the record?
The record's Coolio.
Coolio has the record.
Wow.
Over Warren? Over
Yo.
Dustin Hoffman?
Yeah.
Oh, everyone. Yeah,
Yeah.
Coolio ripped him off straight.
Dustin freaked out when he did it.
Courtney,
Okay.
it's been a pleasure.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Courtney Love on the Morning X.
You're listening to the best of the Morning X. You can also catch it on the Morning X podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, or at 99x.com.